It's Thursday, October 17th. I'm Shari Einhorn. It's back to court for the St. James man accused of killing his ex-wife and her boyfriend. Daniel Coppola is expected to face a judge today. He's pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder charges. Prosecutors say he gunned down Kelly Coppola and Kenneth Pullman Jr. at their St. James home in August. We are told he lured his daughter out of the home before the killings, then fled the scene with her. A gas station attendant is accused of forcibly touching a teen in Huntington Station. Harjinder Singh of Greenlawn is due in court today. Police say he touched a 16-year-old girl 2 separate times after she walked into the BP on Walt Whitman Road on Monday. An autopsy will determine what killed a homeless man who was found dead in an SUV on the LIE. We're told 61-year-old Luis Gonzalez was found dead behind the wheel of a parked Jeep yesterday on the eastbound shoulder in Hauppauge. Cases of whooping cough on the island have nearly doubled this year. The state health department says there have been 249 cases reported in Suffolk so far this year. That's up from 118 in 2023. NASA has reported 223 cases. That's up from 134. Cases of the contagious respiratory disease are also up nationwide. The restoration of the Roslyn grist mill is currently underway. The Roslyn Landmark Society is hoping the new education center will include interpretive historical exhibits. The entire project is expected to be completed by 2027. Only in Newsday, the community is pitching in for a much-needed update to a Fire Island playground. The village of Saltaire is doubling the equipment at the Neptune Walk playground. It's also adding an accessible walkway. Most of the project will be funded by donations. The Dodgers dominated the Mets to take control of the NLCS. Tim Healy is at Citi Field with where the Amazons go from here.
The Mets have once again put themselves in a difficult position, as was the case in May, early August, mid-September, and those first couple of days in October. The Mets have their backs against the wall a little bit. They lost again to the Dodgers Wednesday night at Citi Field, 8-0 in Game 3 of the National League Championship Series. That makes 2 duds in 3 tries in this best-of-7 matchup, which the Dodgers now lead 2-1. To save their season again, the Mets are going to have to win 3 times in the next 4 games, or else it's all over. The most interesting thing going into Game 4 on Thursday, also at Citi Field, is the opposing pitcher for the Dodgers. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is in his first season in the United States, and he was the top target of the Mets last offseason. He is an excellent right-handed pitcher. He was an excellent pitcher in Japan for a bunch of years, and the Mets wanted him really bad. Steve Cohen and David Stearns went to Japan to try to woo him. A couple of weeks later last winter, Cohen hosted Yamamoto at his home for dinner. The Mets offered Yamamoto a contract of 13 years and $325 million, and he politely declined. He took that same deal with the Dodgers. Now they meet on just about as big a stage as it gets, the National League Championship Series. For NewsdayTV, I'm Tim Healy.
And the Yankees are looking to take a 3-0 lead over the Guardians in the ALCS. Their series shifts to Cleveland tonight for Game 3. First pitch is at 5:08. You can read more about the Yankees and the Mets on our homepage. Just click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
1 minute to go.
The New York Liberty are a win away from winning it all. They beat the Minnesota Lynx in Game 3 of the WNBA Finals at the Barclays Center last night. New York now leading the best-of-5 series 2-1, headed into tomorrow's Game 4 in Minneapolis. Former President Trump signed the controversial SALT deduction tax cap into law, and now he's saying he wants to end it. Drew Scott has a look at what that could mean for your wallet in a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Restoring the SALT deduction Former President Trump, speaking at the Nassau Coliseum rally last month, promised Long Island homeowners, if elected, he will restore their full property tax deduction or SALT. It was capped at $10,000 in 2018. Brent Hertz, a middle-class homeowner from Seaford, says the cap is costing him thousands.
Well, naturally, it'll impact my finances because that's about $4,000 a year less that I can write off. So that's $4,000 a year that I not only pay in taxes, but I have to pay taxes on.
A Newsday analysis of the Trump tax cuts found that they actually cost Long Islanders more in taxes because of the high incomes and cost of living and soaring property values. Suffolk County Executive Ed Romaine says that's not fair.
This is like a double taxation. There's a limit. If we're paying taxes, that's a deductible expense. We should be able to deduct all we pay. That's as simple as it gets.
The CEO of the Long Island Association, Matt Cohen, says without the full property tax deduction, not only homeowners, but more small and medium-sized businesses would consider leaving Nassau and Suffolk.
New York State is a tough place to operate a business. It's the taxes, the regulations, and so, yeah, if it's more profitable for a small business, even to the larger businesses, to go elsewhere, then yeah, that's going to happen.
As a result of the deduction changes, fewer people itemized deductions. According to the most recent data on the island, the number of itemized returns dropped by more than 60% from 2016 to the year 2021.
We're taxed to death. That's really it. Stop dipping into our pockets so deep all the time. That's the government, right?
Drew Scott, Newsday TV.
You can read more about what a change in the SALT tax would mean for Long Islanders. Go to Newsday.com, click on More below the Newsday TV video box. Looking to get away? Scott Vogel shows us how you can do Disney World without breaking the bank.
A one-day ticket to the Magic Kingdom could set you back $174. A family of four could spend thousands on a Walt Disney World vacation. It doesn't have to be that way. Fact is, Walt Disney World has never been more expensive to visit. But as I discovered during a recent mini trip to Mickeyland, not only can you do Disney without even entering the parks, you can do it very cheaply and in some cases for free. This is Disney Springs, a shopping entertainment complex, and there's a lot to take in. You can get a cookie at the legendary Gideon's Bakehouse for $6, which sounds like a lot, but it weighs a half pound and feeds a family of 5. We'll come back to that. Happy hour starts at 11 a.m., and that means $9 margaritas and some very good ones at that. You can see a pianist on wheels, line up for free M&Ms, watch a volcano going off, and build Lego race cars for as long as you like. Or until a little blonde girl accuses you of hogging all the best pieces. Jose Andres' beautiful Spanish restaurant has something called Sangria Hour, which I swear was much later than those margaritas. There are fountains to cool off in and live music you can dance to.
Stop right now.
No. Or not. And the Springs extensive free bus system will ferry you to the Disney Parks monorails, which are also free and will take you to several resorts that are, well, at least free to visit. At the Polynesian, yes, I did take a complimentary lay and a self-guided tour of the lush tropical grounds, and no, they wouldn't let me slide down the volcano. But relaxing in a deck chair on the sand did make me feel like I was in the South Seas, and also Florida. You can visit Animal Kingdom Lodge, where giraffes and cranes and something called Ancole roam freely, or as freely as you can when surrounded by hotel rooms. And there's no charge either to witness a show by one of Disney's most beloved performers, a man who actually answers to the name Yeehaw Bob Jackson. I said we'll come back to that. Oh, and the Skyliner gondola system, that's free too. Did someone say free boats? That's right. There's hardly a lagoon or lake without one, and they're a great way to get to our final cheap destination, Disney's Boardwalk. It's Coney Island Mickey style with lots of throwback free entertainment and... okay, yeah, that. A dance hall with no cover that you can enjoy till the wee hours. Or until an older gentleman decides to dance to Kesha, thereby clearing the entire dance floor. Okay, that's enough. So there you have it. It's Disney for almost nothing. With free monorails, boats, gondolas, giraffes, M&Ms, Lays, volcanoes, street performers, shows, and lots more free entertainment. Not that. Really?
It's really a shame Scott didn't have a better time, right? You can read more about how to visit Disney World on a budget on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. And here's what's up on Long Island. You can check out the Oyster Festival. There are hundreds of oysters for sale and for eating. There's also live entertainment, arts and craft vendors, a beer garden, and rides. It is Saturday and Sunday on the waterfront in Oyster Bay. Gateway's Haunted Playhouse. There's dozens of professional actors with state-of-the-art sound, lighting, automation, and set design. You can also check out the Fear Garden with alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks, snacks, and a food truck. That runs through November 2nd in Bellport. Or head out to Rise of the Jack-o'-lanterns. Travel along a footpath during a self-guided tour and see thousands of carved, illuminated jack-o'-lanterns. It's at the Usedan Summer Camp for the Arts in Wheatley Heights.
We have these 100-pound pumpkins that they hand paint, then they hand carve them, then they gut them out. It takes like 10 to 15 hours per pumpkin. So we've got about 40 of those on the trail, and then thousands of the small pumpkins.
For admission info and more events, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage.
A school bus driver in Nassau County was charged with the rape and kidnapping of a 16-year-old student last year. Newsday reveals how someone with a prior sexual abuse allegation was employed and why it was not disclosed during the hiring process. Who should be held responsible? And what can be done to safeguard children? Undisclosed Past, an exclusive Newsday investigation, now available at Newsday.com.
Checking out your hyper-local Thursday forecast now. Another chilly morning across the island, but remember, a warm-up is on the way. Here's your 7-day planner. Mostly sunny today with highs around 59. Tomorrow, it's warming up with highs around 66. Here's a look at the rest of the forecast. We're continuing with the warmer weather with some 70s at the start of the week.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
I'm Shari Einhorn. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.